Hello my adventurous explorers. Today we are going to be creating our very own pop-out book styled treasure chest. You're going to need a couple of things. You're going to need white paper, a pencil, washable markers, and a pair of scissors. Let's get ready to make some artwork. Remember, you can always send your pictures to theadventurousartroom@gmail.com. Land ho! There they are. Hello my adventurous artists, and welcome to my adventurous art room. Today we're going to be focusing on the theme of pirates. I'm so excited because that was a little bit cheesy. That's okay. Guys, today we are going to be creating our very own treasure chest made out of a pop-out style book. It's going to be pretty cool. I want you to have a look at this flag right here. This flag is all to do with the pirate, the famous pirate Blackbeard. Who knew? He was actually in Carolina doing piratey stuff, stealing people's treasure, and I was getting to learn all about him when I lived there. It was pretty cool. So if you ever get the chance to do some research, have a look at Blackbeard and see all the kind of crazy things he used to get up to back in the days of the pirates. Let's get started. Alright guys, so we're going to start by creating first our pop-out book mechanism. The mechanism is the thing, or the fold, that creates the 3D object that you're trying to portray. So I'm trying to portray a 3D object, so I'm giving my 2D drawing, so I'm making it 3D like this. Now this pop-out mechanism is a really easy one to start with for beginners. It's called a box pop-out mechanism. And we're going to learn how to do this box shape to create our 3D treasure chest, if you can see that right there. Now there's some great artwork by an artist called Robert, pop-out book artist. He creates the most amazing designs for pop-out books, and I really recommend you look him up. He's a great artist that looks specifically at fairy tales a lot of the time, but he also on his website has free printouts that you can print out so you can make your own pop-out book mechanisms. This one so you should all be able to get this done pretty easily. The first thing we need to do is make this mechanism before we do our treasure chest drawing. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want is a piece of plain paper. If you haven't got a piece of plain paper, turn over some old scrap or something like that. Now make sure you can check with whoever's at home that you're located to use that paper. Now what you want to do is you want to fold your paper so that the corners match up. And I'm matching my corners up the best I can, like that. And then I go to the middle and spread this out. That way I'm getting that nice neat fold right there. The next thing you want to do is you want to decide whereabouts your pop-out box is going to go. I want mine to be in the middle, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut two straight lines, and I'm going to draw on it in pencil first so that you guys can see it. Where I'm going to cut here, down. You can use a ruler if you have one. I want it to be the same height on both sides. So I'm using my finger measurement like so. That's where I'm going to be cutting on my piece of paper. Now my fold is down here. So this is where it can open right there. Now we want to cut on the fold. Remember our scissors save hand. One very straight line. If you can do that in one go, that's even better. And then stop. One over here, one nice big straight scissor line, and stop. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and hopefully these should be the same height, so they should be matching on either side. I'm going to fold this little part up, like so, push it back down. We're going to fold it the other way, up. And remember, you can always pause and back down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my paper. So now my paper's open. And what I want to do is I want my box to pop out, but I want my back paper to go backwards. So I'm going to make this side piece and this side piece, fold it over. The inside, perfect. It's pretty tricky, but once you've got it, there is your box pop-out mechanism, which is going to act like our treasure chest. Once you've got it in the right position, just close it gently, slowly, and you should be able to press it neatly. now that it's in the right spot. That way that every time I open my pop out, my box is always going to be standing freely. Now, because I want mine to look like a treasure chest with a rounded top, I'm actually going to fold the lid of my treasure chest a little bit more so that it looks like it's kind of curved. You can leave it like this and do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch from this edge to this edge together, and this should pop up in the middle. So watch what happens. I'm pinching it together just like so. So it's almost like my lid is getting a curve. Now I'm not going to squeeze it gently to kind of create a natural curve. There we go. So now, I know it's pretty tricky to see because my light, there we go. Perfect. Now my treasure chest lid has a slight curve to it and it pops out a little bit. Once you've got to this stage, you are ready to start decorating your treasure chest. So let's get started. You need to have some markers. So grab your markers. Alright, so now we have our mechanism treasure chest. What we want to do is we just want to start thinking about turning this into an actual treasure chest. So I'm going to use a couple of different colors. I'm going to use a brown or two. I think I have two browns in my markers here actually. Here I do. Yeah, I can get those guys out right there. Now the first thing we want to do is make our treasure chest look 3D. So the top of my treasure chest, I'm going to outline it in black first so you guys can see it. So I'm just going to go over the top right here. Just turn this around. Okay, so there's the top of my treasure chest. Here's the side of my treasure chest. And the base. Oops. Like that. Cool. Alright, next thing we want to do is we want to add the details. So I looked up some treasure chests on Google and they're all made of different things like that. So I'm going to add some of those wood panels onto my treasure chest. So this is how the wood stays together when it rocks around in the boat or the ship. And keeps all that gold nice and safe. So these pieces of metal, and then the top piece, I wanted to make it look curved. So remember, our box mechanism has that curve in it already. So to emphasize that, okay, to make that more noticeable, I'm actually going to make my connections kind of curve slightly. So just like, and hopefully that should mean that my curve is more noticeable on the lid of my treasure chest. Now, I've done it this way on this side. I'm going to do it this way on this side. Like that. And like that. Perfect. Okay. Now I want there to be a lock on this part. So this part's going to stand up like so. I'll hold my treasure chest right here. You can see that that's the front of the treasure chest. So I want there to be a lock like this. So like an N. And I'm going to do it twice, like a rainbow almost. And then I'm going to have a line. And then I'm going to do a U shape. Like that. And then to make the key, you want to do a circle and a small triangle coming down, and then you're just going to color in your triangle like that. Now that's my lock. Now what I want to do is I want to start thinking about what is my treasure chest sat on? Is it sat on a rock? Is it sat on a desert island? How does it look in relation to the background? So I want mine to be on a desert island. I want mine to be sat on top of the desert island. So I'm going to make my island come down here on either side, and I'm going to have a palm tree at the top and my flag right there. So to make it look like the treasure chest is sat on top of the island, across the treasure chest, so or halfway around the treasure chest. So I'm going to come down here like this. that's one side of my island. It looks a little bit strange right now because my pop-up isn't up right now. I'm going to do the same on this side. There's my island, and then I'm going to have the wall coming up here, like so. Alright, next step is I want to have a pirate flag to one off all the other pirates. So I'm going to have a straight line coming off the side of my, like so. That's where my pirate flag's going to go. So I'm going to have a rock right here that's holding up the pirate flag. And then my pirate flag wants to go from here across. And then you can make it look a little bit tatty if you want. And then I'm going to do 2 little bows right here, so it's attached to my stick, just like that. Now, you can make this have a pirate flag on, or it could be an American flag. It's really up to you. I'm going to do a pirate flag. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a skull and crossbones on here. And to do that, I make another N shape with a smaller N shape, or U shape coming up. I want 2 eyes, like that, and then a triangle for a nose, and then just 4 little marks for teeth, like that. And that's pretty tricky to do, but you can do it, I'm sure. That's coming around like that. Behind the skull. Awesome. Okay, that's good. Now you want a palm tree. I want my palm tree to kind of come tree. Palm trees have like little layers going up, and then it has usually got the coconuts, and then it has the leaves. So I'm going to try and create it behind my treasure chest. So you can see I'm starting my actual palm tree coming up this way. So it's going to go over here. So I'm going to create those like little, almost like little, so they look like this. There we go. Like curving up, connecting to each other in little pieces like this. And I want it to stop about here, so I'm going to do one more right there. And that's my last one. Now, to be right here. So I'm going to draw coconuts like this. And then I'm going to draw my leaves or my ferns coming off the top. Now they're kind of tricky to make, and you can do this in lots of ways. You could do it in lines of different colors, or you could do it like I'm about to do it. So I'm going to show you how I do it right now. So I'm going to go line across, then you're going to take a bite out of that tree leaf. I've just taken a little bite out of it right there. I'm going to continue that line. I'm going to take another little bite, but a little bit smaller this time, and I'm going to create a point on the end. Then went all the way back to the beginning, like so. That way it looks like it's got a leaf right there. I'm going to do the same on this side. So I bring my line up, take a little bite out, bring it across, take another little bite out, bring it all the way back around. I'm going to do one more right here because mine kind of goes off the top. I might do another one coming down this way too in a second. So I've got my point, I take a little bite out, take another little bite, there we go. And like I said, I'm going to do one more just down this way. So I'm going to go take a bite out, right, leaf point, and then bring it all the way back around, perfect. And then draw that line in right there. Okay, so now I have my palm tree, my flag, my island for my treasure chest right here, and then the ocean is going to go right here. I want to color this in. When you're coloring in your treasure chest, you want the lines that support the wood to be a different color. So I would recommend using a yellow or an orange for those. They almost look a little bit like gold as well that way. And you're just going to color those in like this, and color these guys in brown. Remember, when you're coloring, try and be very neat and stay in the lines, and almost treat it like a paintbrush. You can see how I'm kind of painting with my brown marker, just like so. Nice. What I want you to do is have a go at coloring in your island, and let's see what it looks like. Alright, now that everything's finished being colored in, I should say, we want to try and refold it, so you might need just to remind it where it wants to go. There we go, like that. Get this coming up here. And then you should have your 3D treasure chest. It looks so cool. I like how this part on the top actually makes it look really 3D. Great job, guys. And now you have your pirate's treasure chest. See you guys soon.